I suck at Minecraft speedrunning. Bro, what am I doing? And yet, it's always been a dream of mine to beat Minecraft in under 10 minutes. But the problem is, it's basically impossible for someone like me, unless I get a coach. So starting today, I'm going to practice speedrunning Minecraft every single day until my favourite YouTuber RekRap agrees to coach me. But before I start training, we need to see how bad I actually am. So I queued into a random match and started my first ever serious speedrun. Alright, we got a desert temple seed. That's pretty good, especially for a first speedrun. Let's loot these chests. Oh, that is so much iron. 12, goddamn. Probably should have taken the TNT, that could be useful, but... Alright, let's chop down a tree. And we can craft up some of the essential things, like a pickaxe, axe, and a bucket. Alright, we can chop down a bit more wood. I need food to enter the nether, so... There's a water pool, but there's no flint. I see gravel over there. Hopefully you get it like first try. Definitely not first try, but I'll take it. Alright, we need to quickly build a nether portal in a lava pool, but we're actually on pretty good pace. Alright, now that we're in the nether, the first thing I need to try and find is a bastion, because it contains ender pearls, fire resistant potions, and string to make beds later on. Turn on FOV 30 and pull up my F3 chart. If I scan round and see that there's a spike of about 40 entities over there, so pretty sure if I head that direction there will be a bastion. And I was right, the bastion's just over here. And I think this is treasure. Yeah, this is definitely treasure by the look of it. If you didn't already know, there's actually 4 different types of bastions that all have their own different routes and different places where the gold is. Right, we're in the bastion. I'm gonna craft up some gold armor so they don't get angry. Look at all that gold down there. Chest, diamond leggings, netherite ingot. Let's mine up this gold before the piggies get angry. 13 blocks, that's plenty. Alright, we need to make a piglin hole, but this is going to be risky as. Alright, take the gold. Whoa, jeez, that scared me. Oh, just mine, and I'll chuck all the gold in here. Okay, yes, they're all coming in the hole, that's good. Oh, there's tons over here. Alright, let's let them through. In the hole, in the hole. Yes, this is actually not too tricky. Alright, we can loot some chests while we wait for the piglins to trade. Damn, okay, this is pretty good. I'll take this for later. Alright, let's head back and check on what the piggies have been trading. I'm getting good at boat clutches. Alright, piggies, have they traded everything? 16 pearls! Jeez, that is good. Don't need leather, basalt, don't need that, don't need that. Anything else, buddy? More pearls! Look how many pearls I've got! Oh, I should not have killed him. Look how many pearls. 3 and a bit stacks. Alright, to find the fortress. Now, if I pull up my pie chart and set it to tick, level, entities, block entities, you can see down the bottom that is a blue spike with a mob spawner. So if I turn my render distance down and turn it back up until I see the blue spike. Okay, it's set there. Now if I go back down by 4, up by 3, refresh, it's not on. So if I go a chunk this way, doesn't pop up. Chunk this way, doesn't pop up. Basically what I'm doing is loading in new chunks to see which one it's in, and it spikes up in this direction, so I know it's this way. Yes, and the fort's right here. Right, let's just throw a pearl up. Overshot that a little. Actually, you know what, let's drink up a fire res pot right now. If you've made it this far, then make sure to like and subscribe, because it helps a lot. I'm not trying to get cooked by blazes. Wither Larry. Tons of wither Larrys. Right, it's a few stray blazes we can try get. Alright, there's a blaze spawner right here. Block it off. Alright, I'm basically out of food. This is really not good. Alright, let's pre-build our portal now so we can go to the overworld. And actually, we can grab some food here while we wait. Alright, let's throw an eye. Alright, measure the first eye. I've got no clue. I kind of just have to follow them. Alright, as long as one of these guys drops blaze rod. Yes, alright, we're good to go. And look at the time, we're actually doing really good for a first run. Follow the eyes for a bit. I see speedrunners use this like calculator thing, but I've got no clue how to set it up. Maybe that's the thing for next episode. Alright, let's throw another eye. Still this way, bro. Alright, I'm gonna throw another eye in a second. And it's back this way. Okay, right. Throw it and it goes down in this chunk. It's mine down. Yes! I can't believe this, bro. Alright, now this is the tricky bit. So I remember how we do it, I'm pretty sure it was this, Shift F3, game renderer level entities, and then we scan around until the orange bit spikes up, which basically shows that there's a mob spawner on my screen. Alright, so if I head this direction, yes, and here's the portal room right here. Alright, let's craft up the rest of our beds, even though I have no clue on how to one cycle, but... Alright. We're literally finally in the end. Alright, now that we're up here, let's try shoot down all these crystals. Jeepers. Jeez, that was close. I'm at half a heart. 3 more crystals to break. Boom. Why did I just do that, bro? Alright, now I just need to wait for this big boy to perch. It's perching. I can tell because he does his little tail flick. Alright, let's go. Let's try one cycle him. And I already messed up. Alright, let's just go back to the axe then. This could be a pretty good PB. How much dragon breath do you have? Any day, mate. Just perch. I'm doing it, bro. I'm literally one cycling. That did so much damage. That did so much. This is it. First PV. Aye! Let's absolutely go, guys. First run. My PV is already 43 minutes, 28 seconds. And there it is, the start of my new speedrunning journey. If you like this type of content, then subscribe, as it really means a lot. And also make sure to comment something like RekRap needs to see this video, because it increases the chances of him seeing it and it helps me out in the algorithm. Anyways, thanks for watching.